Um, Hezbollah and Hamas are the are proxy armies, not just of Iran, but primarily of the globalists of the world.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, Iran itself is probably just a puppet of the globalists in the world, right? Primarily
In a
Obama.
way. In a way, yeah.
Okay, because obviously Obama gave them billions of dollars, knowing full well what they're going to do with it, right? So, of course, everything was absolutely deliberate, and of course, Hamas is Obama's army, and so Hezbollah is really Obama's army, and of course, they don't want Israel to finish them off, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously, they serve a purpose there in keeping Israel like down or at bay. And this is all a very spiritual matter. Okay, this goes to things that we've talked about many times, but we're not going to get into here. Okay, but that's why Biden keeps trying to intervene and slow Israel down and interfere with their progress, and Egypt is in on it, of course, with the tunnels constantly supplying Hamas. So when Israel cut off the border, right, and they discovered all those tunnels that lead from Gaza into Egypt, right? So obviously the Egyptians got really mad and they started upping their rhetoric, and that's what it goes. That's what it comes down to. That Hamas is the army of the globalists, and their target is the Jews, not the Israeli government, which is not the same thing. Of the Jews that live in Israel, okay, because the Israeli government is primarily also aligned with them. Okay, certain key embedded people, right, that are aligned with them against the Jews. Okay,
Yeah.
destroy the Jews, okay, or to cause as much havoc and misery to Jews in Israel as possible, okay? That's a special project. That is a special project of the United Nations, of all the globalists of the world, is to cause misery to Jews in Israel, okay? Using whatever means necessary, using terrorism, using their own government, the Israeli political class that we keep telling you about, okay? But that is a special message to God, right? By attacking the Jews, especially the Jews in Israel, right? They are sending a message to this God that they despise, which they call the demiurge, okay? And the Jews, especially Jews living in Israel, represent what to them is the demiurge. This is a spiritual war by Gnostic fruitcakes that have taken over all of our governments. I'm not accusing the citizens, all the citizens of those governments, of being aligned with them. I'm just saying that the Gnostic fruitcake Satanists have taken over all the governments that matter, the ones with power, okay? And they're trying to do many things in the world, and a primary mission of theirs is to either destroy the Jews who live in Israel, the population, not the political class, but the Jews, okay? And just in general, they're doing that as a message to the God of the Hebrew Scripture. Okay, this is a spiritual, religious war that's happening, and some of you listening to this, you may not agree with it because you have a different religion than I do, and you may not even like my religion, and you might not even be against the idea that there really is a spiritual war going on. I'm sure a lot of you believe that, but I'm saying that you will see. Right now, it sounds crazy to you, but you will see that is what this was all about. You will see everybody, the whole world will see that in short order.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, Hezbollah, that's Obama's army.
Yeah.
Hamas, Obama's army.
Not only that, how do we know that? Because there's been all these since 2014, there have been these Iranian think tanks that have been in DC, and then some of these people got into the Pentagon. It's called the Iran Expert Initiative. But this Aryan Tabat, yeah, see, they were talking to Javad Zarif, Mohammed Javad Zarif. He was an attendee of this IEI stuff in the hotel in Vienna. They had a conference. This is before, I think, the nuclear deal. Yeah, side of the international nuclear talks. So this Ariane Tabatabai, she's like one of the main people today. And like these people are running policy of the Biden administration. I mean, anytime you see, this is what I was telling my friends, anytime you see quote unquote America doing anything with regards to Israel today, or Iran, or Hamas, or Hezbollah, it's this lady. It's this lady, and then there's this other guy, what's his name? Maher Bitar. Palestinian guy. He used to be the UN High Commissioner of Refugees in Malaysia, and he worked at UNRWA in Jerusalem. He worked for Hamas in Jerusalem. And he worked in the National Security Council under Obama for Israel and Palestinian affairs. And now he's a special assistant to the president and senior director for intelligence.
I wonder if he had anything to do with the fact that John Fetterman and his wife were just hospitalized.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to murder them.
Yeah.
On a highway.
After he gave a speech at Yeshiva University. Yeah, his appointment was praised by Robert Malley and Ziad Assali of the pro-Palestinian group American Task Force on Palestine. On January 24, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan moved Bitar into a new role, Deputy Assistant to the President and the Coordinator for Intelligence and Defense Policy. Folks, we have a Hamas guy in this position in America, which is why you saw, what was it, 2 days ago, these Palestinian protester kids went like directly to the White House.
Yeah,
Hamas let them in.
Yeah, they were abusing the cops.
Yeah,